I'm just going to have a tiny taste. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, that ginger is strong. It's good though. Oh, wow. That's why, excuse me. That's why it's a concentrate, because it's strong. Maybe I made it a little too strong. Hey y'all, welcome back to another episode of In the Kitchen with Baker Girl. Thank you, Jesus. It is another beautiful day to be in the kitchen. Now, in today's episode, I want to show you how I make my homemade ginger ale. Now, I have a basket of lemons and I have some fresh ginger. And I was looking at them yesterday and I went, ginger ale. So I'm going to show you how to make it. I'm going to show you just how simple and easy it is. This is not a fermented ginger ale, by the way. It's not the probiotic rich. This is just delicious homemade ginger ale that can be ready to drink in one day. And not only is it delicious, it is healthy. Just because it's not probiotic doesn't mean it's not healthy. It is very healthy for you. But we're going to make it. It's going to be a one-day ginger ale, and I'm going to show you how to do it in today's video. Now, don't forget to like and subscribe and follow along so you can always receive these recipes and tips and tricks that I share with you. As the good Lord bring it to my mind, I like in turn to share it with you guys as well. So let's get to it. Now, here I've got some fresh ginger that I've washed and scrubbed. You do want to make sure that you scrub your ginger very well because fresh ginger is very dirty. I mean, it has dirt on it because it grows in the ground. So you want to make sure that you give it a good scrub. Now, we don't need the lemons as of yet because we need the lemons later on. But right now, we need the ginger. So I've got my ginger and I'm going to use my mortar and pestle because I'm going to smash the ginger. Now, smashing the ginger, there's two reasons why you smash your ginger. When you steep your ginger in your water, you can either take that and put it in a blender and blend it. And that really, really, really blends the ginger into the water because after you infuse it in the water, you steep it on the stove, you infuse it. You can then put all of that in a blender and blend it up. That gives you a cloudy ginger ale. It's not clear. And sometimes I'll make it that way. And it doesn't matter to me whether it's clear or it's cloudy. It's no big deal. If you want it to be clear, however, just infuse the ginger into the water and then strain out the ginger and don't blend it and you get a much clearer ginger ale. But you get a stronger ginger ale if you blend it, obviously, because you really, really mix it in there. So my tip, if you want a clear ginger ale, but you don't want, but you do want the flavors, the strong flavor in there, is to smash the ginger, which is precisely what I'm going to do. This is going to be noisy, and I better move my water over because I have a feeling something's going to go rocking and reeling. So just take your ginger and literally smash it. And smash it. Smash the ginger. There we are. And you see how you just busted it up all around and smells so good. Just add it to your saucepan. So just keep going until you smash all of your ginger. So I'm done with the mortar and the pestle. I can set this aside. Now, if you're adding, say you want to add some cinnamon to it or whatever, just break the cinnamon up, smash the cinnamon in the mortar and pestle too. If you wanted to add other things, you can also add herbs to infuse in here with the ginger too. It doesn't have to just be lemon. You can add herbs. Now, I am going to take some lemon peel. And you just want to take the very, very, very top. If you see any of the white in your lemon peel, don't use it. So just the very thinnest sliver. And I'm just going to drop in the thinnest slivers of lemon peel in here. And that's good. Don't add too much. It can actually make it bitter if you add too much lemon into the ginger. So I've got the ginger in the pot and now I'm ready to add in the water. And as usual, my kitchen is It's a glow bug in the kitchen today. But hey, I'm happy with the sunny day. I mean, this is the day the Lord has blessed us with, and if he decides to send sunshine and send it bright, and there is not a cloud in the sky today, by the way, not a single cloud, and it's warmed up very nicely. From 17 degrees to 40 degrees is a blessing, and I would not be complaining. So go ahead and add your water over your ginger. And in she goes. This is 4 cups of water. Now, you can use more, but you'll get a weaker ginger ale. So 4 cups of water is a plenty. And this is a infusion. So this is super strong. You want it to be super strong at this point. And we're not adding the sugar in here just yet. So no need to add the sugar. We just have the lemons, and we just have the lemon zest and the ginger. And now I'm going to put this on the stove. I'm going to bring it to a boil, and I'm going to let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Then I'm going to take it off the heat, turn off the heat. I am going to put a lid on the pot, and I'm going to let this infuse for a couple of hours. You can do this overnight. You can do this for 4 hours, 2 hours, but the longer it sits, the more the flavor of the ginger infuses into the water. So after it's infused and it's cooled down, then we'll move on to the part of adding in the raw sugar.
Let the mixture come to a boil and then turn the heat down and let it simmer for about 6 minutes on low before you place a lid on, turn off the heat, place the lid on, and let it steep.
Okay, y'all, I am back and the sun is almost heading towards setting. So the ginger has steeped and it's cooled. And if you look at it, you can see it's turned this lovely golden brown color. So I'm just going to go ahead now and strain it. I'm going to pour it into over a sieve into a bowl. Now, I have to confess, out of all the things I have in the kitchen, I don't have a pitcher. I do have a pitcher, but not this kind of a pitcher for this kind of stuff. I have my mother's pitchers, which were for her company. They were not her everyday pitchers. So I'm not trying to say you guys are not company, by the way. Please don't take it wrong. It's just I felt like I don't want to break my mama's pitcher. Plus, I'm using a metal spoon. So, and I have broken one of her pitchers before. So I decided I didn't want to risk it today. Okay, so just pour all of that through. Now, this ginger, there is absolutely nothing in the world wrong with this ginger. As a matter of fact, I'm going to grab a bowl and I'm going to save this ginger. There is no reason in the world why I should get rid of it. Now, I don't want to do any pressing or anything like that because that could make it a little cloudy too. It's going to have some cloudiness because I left the peel on. Now, why I left the peel, I don't peel ginger no matter where I'm using it. I just never do. There's a lot of good stuff in ginger peel, so I don't peel it. If you want to peel your ginger, it'll be a little clearer. And I'm going to go ahead. I have the juice of 2 lemons here. I'm going to go ahead and pour my lemon juice in, and I may add the juice of a lime. Now, I'm not entirely sure about how much of the lime I want to add because 2 lemons is a plenty. Now, limes are seedless, so I don't really need that. There's a lot of stuff running around in the kitchen. Limes are seedless, so you don't really need, so I'm just going to add some of the lime, but not all of it. Okay, so here I have just the ginger and the lime. Now I'm going to go ahead. I'm sorry you can't see this. If I had used something clear, you could. Now in this mixing cup, I have a simple syrup, which is 1 part water to 2 parts sugar. Now it's brown because I used sugar, raw sugar. If you use white granulated sugar, it'll be clear. Now, this is very, very thick, and it's very, very sweet. If you look at it, it's like super thick. It's almost to the consistency of honey, runny honey. And that's what I want. So I'm going to go ahead and pour this into my my carafe. Okay, so I've got my carafe here, and I'm going to do this in a 2-stage. It just helps me with mixing, and I'll explain as I go along. So pour some of it in, and then I'm going to pour some of my syrup mixture. Now, how much of this you end up using is entirely depends on how sweet you want your ginger ale to be. So, as I say, this is a concentrate. It's not to be drunk straight. So, you're gonna want it to be sweet, but depending on how sweet you want yours to be. So, go ahead and add some more in there. And give it a little, if I can get a spatula in here. Can I? I can't. Okay. So I'm just going to have to I'm going to pull one of my dad's tricks and just use a knife. Daddy will stir stuff with anything. Daddy will stir coffee with a fork. It doesn't bother him. He said, it does the same thing, doesn't it? I'm like, yeah, it does. Okay, so just stir that up. Like that. Now, as I say, this is concentrated. Clearly, you wouldn't just go to town and start drinking this on its own right away. But I'm just going to have a tiny taste just to see if I'm happy with how sweet or how tart it is. Thank you, Jesus. Tiny taste. Oh! That ginger is strong. You know what? It's good, though. Oh, wow. That's why... Excuse me. That's why it's a concentrate, because it's strong. Maybe I made it a little too strong that time. But I have sparkling water, which is what you will dilute it with. So, y'all, don't try that at home. Don't gulp down a whole spoon. Ooh, I can feel it in my stomach. It makes your stomach very warm. But don't gulp down a whole spoonful at home like that. It is quite strong. But it's strong in a good way. So let me grab a glass and pour up a proper cup. And then we'll see how it tastes. Okay, so I've got a glass. And I have some sparkling water. It gives it that little bubbliness. So I'm going to start off with about a half a glass of sparkling water. And then I'm going to go ahead and add in my ginger ale mix. And as I say, how much or how little you add is entirely up to you. And I'm just going to give it, this is my glass, so I'll use my spoon. Give it a little stir. You hear the bubbles? It looks like, let me be brave. Thank you, Jesus. That's nice. It could use a little bit more lime, though. I can taste it right off the bat. Let me just try it with my glass and see. I think it could use just a little bit more lime. Don't skip or skimp on the lime or the lemons. I have made it without it, and it's flat. Even though this is ginger, the flavor is totally different and not necessarily. It starts tasting like cough syrup without the lime. So definitely add the lemon or the lime. So let's try this. There you go. Needs more lime. So I'm just going to go ahead and just add a little more lime into this. It's good though. That little extra lime made the difference. And by the way, the recipe for this homemade ginger ale will be in the description box. So I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope next time you have a basket of lemons and a basket of ginger, you will give this homemade ginger ale a try. In the meantime, take care, y'all, and the good Lord willing, I'll see y'all next time in another video. Take care, y'all. Bye.